our disconnect, we're going to ask ourselves some questions when we find a disconnect. Is it dormant? Is it active? Once we've established that, we want to know what the point of origin is for our disconnect. So the way I imagine it, if we think of the dormant disconnect, so in your notes there's a photo of like a grassy meadow and then a cliff and then the sea. So the way I imagine it is that if I'm going from high tension or medium tension to low tension, I'm going to be walking along the cliff and it drops out, right? So I got high tension, boom, blah. So the abyss is my disconnect. If I'm going from medium tension to high tension, it would be like I would be swimming in the sea or walking in the water and I'm like easy peasy lemon squeezy, and then I hit the cliff, and that's where I'm going from medium or low tension to high tension. What makes it dormant is that it is a stable disconnect. It's not building tension while it's on the table. The active disconnect is that image of the waves hitting, and there is motion, it is feeding itself, and while they're on the table, that disconnect is building, the tension is building, the pressure is building. Okay, so those are our active and dormant disconnects. In order to figure out how we're going to address them, we want to know what the point of origin is for each disconnect. So let's use the example of Tara's disconnects in her knees. And so what I'm doing is I've got tension, 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 and then I come into high tension. So what I want to do is I want to know, I'm going to feel where does it change from the medium tension to the high tension in this example. So I'm just going to go laterally, and I'm going equilateral to find my point of origin. And right here over the head of the tibia is where I feel like my fingers are just getting, all of a sudden there's like a charge or an excitement, and that is my point of origin. So that answers one of my questions, and then I would come over here and I'm finding on the left side, on Tara's case, it's a little more anterior where I'm finding that point of origin. And then the other question I want to ask myself is, what is the distortion under that disconnect? So I want to feel, and again, it's not a hard palpation where I'm going in there and assessing. I'm simply asking the system, and I'm noticing what do my fingers tell me? What does my awareness tell me? And what I can feel is that there is a compression of the tibial head into the femur, the condyles. So that is putting compression on the knee joint. And then if I'm feeling for any type of rotation, it feels like there's some internal rotation. So my distortion is going to be like this and this. And why that's important is if I have to get in there and address this distortion through either a long lever or a short lever, I want to be aware of the distortion, because if I go in there and am doing this, so I'm pushing it in and pushing it laterally or internally rotating it, then I'm going to be increasing the distortion, which is going to increase my disconnect. So I want to bring it back towards neutral with any type of movement that I'm going to be introducing. So that is how we determine our point of origin, and that's how we determine the distortion.